Hey guys, I'm on the road always. I mean, we got the Golden Retriever tour coming up in September, but I'm always on the road. Remember that. I'm always with you. Go to dansoder.com to see all my dates. But June 6th, I'm at the Count Basie Center in Red Bank, New Jersey. One show, close to sold out. It'd be really awesome if we did sell it out. Then Syracuse, New York. I'm at the Funny Bone, June 13th and 14th for 4 shows. And then Stamford, Connecticut, New York Comedy Club in Stamford, June 20th and June 21st for 4 shows. dansoder.com for all my dates. Thank you for letting me plug you. I plugged the shit out of you. That, but not in a sexual way. Were you ever afraid of getting kidnapped?
No, I could have been abducted 1,000 times. My mom forgot me everywhere. Everywhere.
When you were little, do you ever remember being like, I could get kidnapped?
No.
One time, I was walking to school.
Should we save it?
Oh, we just start.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm bad at doing intros. You know Jordan Jensen.
Of course.
She's one of the best comedians working.
Of course.
She's going to have a new special soon. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that.
Do you use that TV?
What's that?
Do you use that TV?
Oh, yeah.
Like to watch? Games. Oh, video games. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Video games. I don't watch TV. I do
in
both.
here? There's no TV in the other room?
There's TV in there.
2 TVs?
Yeah, that's how we are so in love.
Look at that window.
Oh, yeah. It's a good window.
That's a big window.
I'll bust it.
How do you have that? You don't have that much money.
No, she does.
Oh, great. Perfect.
Well,
perfect.
we both meet in the middle. We pay half. That's how we're able to live here.
Right.
I would be, and honestly, it's what I would be paying if I lived by myself. It's not exorbitant. It's like how much I would pay probably for a 1-bedroom. Like,
no way.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. Oh, no, not total.
Oh, okay,
Each.
gotcha. Okay.
We each
that
pay
totally, that. Dude, you know what I don't like about that? If you find love, your life gets easier. It should get harder.
No, that's the whole point of love.
You should be punished.
The whole point of love is to make it easier. You should find someone, this is just for the future, that makes your life easier. We're foolishly thinking you want someone that's like, we buy into the movies and songs.
Yeah.
We're like too programmed by movies and songs to be like, I got to chase her down at the airport. That's a toxic relationship. I shouldn't make you choose. Oh, man,
I've done a lot of airport chases.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Like, post 9/11, how do you even do that?
Oh, it's a very good point. I've done post, I land, or no, I'm about to take off. I'm like, I'm flying, it's over. Chase him down. Tee out. It's not actually over. Okay, bye. Land. It's not actually over, by the way. I was just kidding when I said that, right?
That's a dopamine hit, though.
I get a lot of dopamine. I'm a
but going like, we're done, and then you're like, you ground yourself, and then you're like, coming back. Dude, starting it back up, though.
Oh, it's the best.
It's great.
It's the only time I've ever had sex.
Is
on the back start.
As you go, you know how you're going to have to get me in bed, and he goes,
yeah.
You fucking bitch, it's over.
Yeah,
and you
go,
oh,
that's it.
And you go, I think we should give it another shot. You're
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
It is. No, we need to be honest with how great reheating a relationship is.
It's so good. Because you're proving you're fulfilling the need that the parents didn't. Like when your parents, when you were little, and you'd be like, "Fine, I'm running away." They'd be like, "Good luck."
Yeah.
Right?
Oh man, my mom took my avalanche jacket and threw it out in the street. Cold. Trish was cold as ice.
Wait, what?
I was like, I'm gonna run away, and I had a giant Colorado Avalanche white jacket, which made me look like a chick.
Yeah, totally.
And my mom,
a hot chick though, a rich chick,
very like a haired pullback.
Yeah,
could fight chick.
Yeah.
That's the kind of white jacket this was with the '90s writing on it.
Oh my god!
But the Avalanche were new in Colorado. My mom got me a jacket, and I love her. We've gotten over that it wasn't the greatest jacket.
Yeah.
But we were fighting, and I was like, maybe I'll run away. And she goes to the coat closet and grabs my coat and fucking opens the front door and just goes, and just throws the jacket out. And she goes, fucking go ahead.
I like that. I like that because she's also being like, don't die, but also get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I'm not going to let you freeze to death.
Yeah. But you can get raped a lot.
You can get on needle drugs if you need it. But there is like a thing of when you're in a breakup, and then you break up, and then you go like, maybe we try it again.
I've done that 9 times in this relationship.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's not good.
I think
that's not going to make your life easier. The whole premise was making your life easier.
I've never been in a relationship where I don't do that. Never once. I've been with
the
sweetest, nicest man of all time. And I still was like, it's over. And he'd be like, no. And I'd be like, yes. And then I'd go, it's over. And he'd go, please don't. And then finally he'd be like, fine. And I'd be like, what the fuck did you just say?
I fucking need you. And then you guys would get back together and it would be white hot.
It's the
That's
only
Myrtle
Myrtle
trying to get on the podcast.
It's the
She goes, I disagree with that whole theory.
Yeah.
Love should be balanced and filled with belly rubs.
I like her a lot. Let her in here.
No, dude, she will take over the podcast. Anytime
she is a bit of a hog ham.
Yeah. Every time we've let her run around, it just becomes us going like, what?
What even is she? What type of dog is she?
12 different breeds?
Yeah, 12. Same with my dog.
Yeah, super mutt.
They're the best.
Yeah.
They're the best dogs.
They got a lady at the park. When I first got her, we were in Hoboken at the dog park, and this lady goes, what is she? And I go, she's a super mutt.
Yeah.
And she goes, you shouldn't call her a mutt.
I know. There are people who feel that
way. Is that their N-word? I don't think it is.
So weird.
I've never had a dog go, please don't call me mutt.
Yeah, please don't say that. Yeah, I do call my dog the N-word a lot.
I go, she's a super. I just say the N-word.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't say mutt. Because the next one, the lady's like, what the fuck?
Will Sylvince the other day was like, do you call your dog the N-word just randomly? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, what? And I was like, I mean, no.
Yeah.
I do. I call her all the time. But she is black, dude. She is black.
So is Myrtle.
Really?
Yeah, but I use an A.
I use an A, of course, unless she's bad. Of course, an A. It's my dog. I love her.
Dude, that dog park, it's the shit. It's a good dog park. Hoboken's got good dog parks.
Are we in Hoboken?
No, we're in Manhattan.
Oh, yeah. Hoboken's in Jersey.
New Jersey. Where we used to live. And we're
yeah, where do you go now?
Like over there, that park's not good.
Yeah.
Long walks. I just take her on long walks. And then we're going to Big J's house this weekend. He's got a yard. So we're going to let her fucking turn loose.
Nice.
When Myrtle gets to turn loose.
I go to Prospect every day. That's why I live in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Prospect Park's fucking great.
She rips it up. She ripped it up today. Offended a lady in a big hat.
Really?
Dude, I lost my voice last week. Very scary for the special taping. She ran up to two Hasidic women.
Yeah.
And one of them started screaming bloody murder, running away from her, being like, yeah! And I couldn't command Coyote. I couldn't be like, Coyote, leave it. That's all I had to say was leave it.
Why was the lady freaking out?
Because Coyote, she didn't see Coyote. So Coyote ran up to her, and then she turns and goes, ah. And then, Coyote got pumped and was like, oh, we're playing?
Oh.
And then she took off, and Coyote took off running after her, and I couldn't say anything. And the girl was screaming, and she was like, make it stop. And I had to run up to her and grab her and be like, stop running.
You're too pro-Palestine.
It was so funny.
Too pro-Palestine.
Dude, you don't have to wear skirts that are that long.
Stop it.
Pants are actually more coverage than
She's
skirts.
Like, I was in the park and there was a pro-Palestinian dog.
Yeah.
And it chased me.
She does look like a little Palestinian.
Yeah, that's funny.
It looks like she'd have
Give me back our land. We lived there for thousands of years. We are not just Arabs. We are Palestinians. And she's like, why are you? My dog's just like a fat Midwestern. She's just like,
oh,
they got
yes.
treats.
Yes.
That Myrtle's just like, treats. I want, I can't even, dude, I'm saying it loud. I'm going to get done in case you can be like, why are you yelling the T word?
Oh my God. Wow. She is like that. She's a Midwestern casserole dog.
Yeah, she's just like, I want food right now.
I was in Minneapolis and they all rest
N-word.
their hands like this on their bellies.
Like little otters?
I was looking out in the audience and I was like, you guys, you cannot
That's so funny.
get used to that. They just had pot bellies and they're like laughing. Yeah.
They go,
why do humans use tables when they have these perfectly good bellies?
that's the South Park Science Child episode.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I'm not getting away from this relationship thing because the fact that you spike it to bring it back up.
I love
but at least you know it's you.
Oh, yeah.
Are there men in therapy because of you? Because of you?
Oh, yeah.
Because you waterboard your fucking boyfriends with love? You go,
yeah.
I can't take it. And you go, tell me a secret. He's like, I'm fucking chasing down at the airport.
No, a guy I had to put in therapy. I had to make amends to him. It was, you won't, I'll tell you after.
Oh,
it was.
Man. Sorry, guys. Subscribe to the Patreon if you want the real goss. I don't have a Patreon. But it would be funny just to start it with all the names I redact.
You don't have a Patreon? That's great. No. Good.
Oh, dude, I'm about the people, man. Viva la raza,
I don't know if it's this.
Yeah.
I did that. I did.
You'd hit it with a little this. Play it back.
Play back. Can we go another clip? We got headphones on.
This is me and my best friend Brianna, who's the one that's most similar to me and you that we were talking about in B&Ian, where we'd get so high and have FUD fights.
Oh, yeah.
We would go like this and FUD each other's foreheads. That was the ultimate win when you would.
Being able to go like, boom.
Yeah.
That's sick. That is fun. You put someone I know in therapy is wild. And they were like, I need you to apologize to me.
No, I apologize because I went through SLAA, to Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous.
Got it. And you were like, that was my bad.
I was like, that was fucked up. Yeah, I was fucked up.
That's gotta be nice. Getting an apology.
Yeah, people love it.
It is. It
People
really
love it.
is the
They
best
also like
gift.
to dig the knife in a little deeper.
Where they go, really, you did fuck me up.
Yeah.
I'm here saying I'm sorry.
And you did say this thing, and you go, yes, I did. Yes.
I apologized one time because I did a joke about a girl that went on a special, and I was like, hey, I was a little fucking mean about that.
Did you say her name?
No.
Who cares?
I felt bad about it. I felt
Why?
Because I felt like I was playing it up. I felt like I was being a dramatic bitch about it. I felt like I was like hyping up the joke, but it was a joke. It was for the joke.
What was it?
Just that rich people are really mean, but she wasn't really mean.
I have a theory that rich people aren't mean, and that it's actually poor people that get rich are mean. Like, I've become very mean. The more money I get, the more I'm like, I want the Diet Coke on the plane. No cup, bitch. Oh yeah. I'm like becoming the more success, because I was a rat.
Yeah.
I was a rat child, and I used to be a manual labor slave.
Yeah.
So now when they don't do their jobs well,
you're like, fuck you.
I'm like, I've been there. I started from the bottom. Now we're here. Do it, bitch. I mean, I'm a tyrant.
Have you ever like stepped in and done? There'd be nothing more emasculating and soul crushing than like doing the job wrong and you going, you did it wrong. And he's going like,
of course.
You don't know what you're talking about. And then you go like, reep, and you do it right. And he's like, fuck.
Oh yeah, I was on a movie shoot the other day, and they were removing something at the cellar.
Yeah,
and they were doing, and I was like, oh my god, they're just like missing this screw. But I did not. It was the first time that I was like, you are not.
You had to bite your tongue.
You're in a full face of makeup. You will not do this.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper's like, excellent performance. And you're like, shut up, Brad.
Yeah.
Hey,
move.
You're doing that wrong.
Yeah.
And the guy's like,
I'm not supposed to be here.
I'm not even supposed to be here at all. And you go, you did it wrong.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, I gotta go. I jumped the bar at the cellar because they like popped one of the taps got popped and was spraying everywhere, and I like jumped over the bar and like fixed it, and the guy was like, I think it was like Hector or something. Yeah. I was like, I ain't but
he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't have any skills like that. I wish I would have. All I should have done is gone in the garage when my stepdad was building cars. And sat there.
Dude, auto mechanic, #1. I can't do any of that, but if I could, any guy who can, yeah.
I should have just sat on the stairs of the garage and gone, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You can't do any of it? You're a task rabbit guy?
Task rabbit. I'm a little, please.
You're so tall.
I know. People think I'm good at basketball. I stink.
Oh, you're bad at basketball?
I should be a 5'2" bald, fat little Jewish guy.
Yeah.
That's going like, oh, I've got more sillies, everybody.
Yes,
and everyone goes, yeah. And instead it was like, hey, you can ranch. And I go, feel how soft my hands are.
What is that?
I don't know. I used to have, I've done it. I've done like.
What did you do in comedy coming up?
I was a waiter.
Oh.
I was a waiter in the city.
Did you grow up poor or regular?
No, I grew up suburban.
Like you're suburban
middle
guy.
class.
Yeah.
Like fucking right in the middle.
See, that's good. I'm convinced that you guys are the best people at heart.
Yeah, my dad's family, my grandma wasn't, but my dad was poor. My dad was like trailer trash, alcoholic.
Nice.
So I'd go, I'd visit him, which was rare. I would like twice a year up until I was 10, and then it stopped. But I would go out there and go like, oh, shit. But I also saw where my addictions were. I like saw it coming. I go, oh, this is.
Are you back on weed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We talked about it.
How long did you go without it?
Like 3 months.
How was it?
Good. Hard. Very hard.
Did you?
Very good.
Good.
Very good for a little.
Yeah.
And then.
Bad.
I was just like, I'm ready to get high again.
Yeah.
I just don't have the thing in me where
I can't smoke weed, and even I'm like, I would love to just be high.
Yeah.
I would love to.
But then I do it too much because I'm an addict. So I go like.
But
that one has to pull my leash. That one, she's like, you're smoking a crazy amount of weed.
Really?
Yeah, just like wake up on the weekend and start fucking like that. Those are all weed. That's weed. Those are all weed jars. Like I just wake up and just like fucking start smoking. And she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, because I also miss cigarettes more than anything.
Yeah.
I truly miss cigarettes.
Yeah.
So smoking to me is like of a joint. But then
what happens when you smoke in the morning? The fear, the terror.
I usually get over that.
What do you mean? It's like the sun is out. You walk outside. Oh, there's nothing scarier than this.
Yeah, it is pretty hard. I've gotten too high during the day, and you go outside, and you're like, I should be inside.
During the day is too high.
Yeah, that's
if you
what I
get
realized.
high and you go to an activity, like you're like, we're going to the MoMA for 6 hours.
I'll get high.
That's fine.
100% get
But
high.
just smoking in your house and then like Myrtle has to go outside and you walk out and there's like a nice Manhattan lady who's could you help me with my Whole Foods bag? And you're like,
every night I'm like, hey, leave me alone. I put my headphones in so no one talks to me.
oh, the headphones.
But I keep them off.
Oh yeah. I do that all
Earbuds
the time.
in, off.
I do over the ear now so nobody talks to me.
That's great. I do earbuds in, so I at least have to go, huh?
Yeah.
But they're off. Unless I'll do a phone call.
Will you do a podcast high?
All the time.
Really?
All the time.
No fear?
Oh, a lot of fear.
So there is fear. You do get the panic.
My God. Dude, when I quit for those 3 months, I went and got my hair cut in Midtown, and I left, and I like texted Big J. I was like, it was like around the time before they were about to do the bonfire.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, are you guys hanging out outside? He's like, dude, come over. I had this was a year ago. This was exactly a year ago. It was Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And Katie was like, hey, you wanted to go to Memorial Day sober. You did it. Let's have fun. Like, you're going to get high. Right. What do you want to do? And my favorite thing with her is to watch a bad movie high.
Yeah.
It's like just very fun. And I was like, can we watch Pierce Brosnan as James Bond?
Great.
And we got high and watched
Really bad?
The Day After Tomorrow or something. It was really, really bad.
Yeah.
And I just had a little bit of weed. After 3 months, I smoked like a bowl, maybe 2-3 hits, and it was the best. I wasn't scared.
What does this have to do with Memorial Day?
So I just know it's Memorial Day is when this happened. So then I get my hair cut, and I'm like, Jay, where are you at? He's like, we're outside the bonfire. He smokes these joints that are rolled in keef and dipped in like hash.
Wait, you did the 3 months off recently though, right?
That was last year, a year ago.
No way.
Yeah.
You've been smoking straight through a year?
Yeah.
I thought recently we talked and you were like, I'm not smoking weed.
No.
Oh, time's moving so fucked up.
Yeah, COVID fucked time up.
That's fucked up. Okay, keep going.
But then I got like a little high. And then I'm with Jay, and Jay's like, I see Jay and all them, and then Jay just lights one of those like super joints and passes it to me. And I'm like hitting it. And then I'm not even thinking.
Yeah.
It's just old muscle memory. We used to smoke these joints before we would do episodes.
And it feels so good.
And I'm like, oh, this is good weed. And then he's like, all right, we got to do the show. And I'm like, too high.
Yeah.
Like high school high.
Keef high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, ah.
Yeah.
I had to get on the train and come home. And I was like,
I felt like
Odysseus. It felt like a fucking 10-year journey. And I got home, and the first thing I said,
the 10-year journey though. I accidentally ate a 25 milligram weed. I do not do that.
Yeah,
and it was like
that's
11
a lot.
a.m. Yeah, and I just thought it was candy. And the guy I was dating, I was like, "Was that candy in your fridge?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Oh, I ate one." And he was like, "A whole one?" I remember him going, "A whole one," and me being like, "Yeah." And he left the room to like laugh hysterically, came back and was like, it was 25 milligrams. And it was like, oh brother, where art thou?
Yeah.
Like every obstacle I could come up against going through the park, like I mean, New York is really good for that.
It's crazy. It's crazy to ride the subway.
Yeah.
Out of your mind.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't know it was busy.
Yeah.
Because they start the show at 5 p.m. So it's like rush hour starting, and I'm like on the train, and I'm like, which arm do I grab?
Yeah.
To pull with?
Oh, it's also funny because you're so tall. It's
And I'm
so
like,
funny.
I'm,
You just
I'm
have a
sorry,
high, tall guy.
but I'm just inside. I'm like, I'm so sorry for getting in your way. And then I came home, and Katie was on the couch, and I was like, I'm fucked up.
It's so nice when you finally confess it.
She goes, Lou, what did you do? And I go, Jay had one of those joints. And then I just sat on that chair with my head back. And I was like, how did I do radio like this? Because we do 2 hours of radio. Dude, there's old Bonfire fans that are watching this. You can find old episodes where you can hear how afraid I am in the first 20 minutes. Yeah, if you listen to like old.
That's what I want.
Just Jay being like, yeah, this and this. And I'm going like, no. I just do voices. I'm like, hey, because I'm just like fucking spinning, dude. I'm spinning out of my tits.
There's a point where you can just hear you.
Oh my God. Points where I'm just like drinking coffee and I'm like, come on, Dan. Come on, Dan.
That's what happens to Louis J. Gomez on the pod. I'll see them rip down a blunt and I'll be like, Jay is not phased at all.
Oh, Jay can walk through anything. Jay's like, I've done radio with Jay where he's been high where I'm like, it's like watching Superman fly.
Yeah.
You're like, how are you this good at talking right now? I'm wrecked.
It's insane.
He's like,
insane.
I don't know, dude.
And then they would smoke so much weed on Legion of Skanks that I would get contact high. And I would walk over to the cellar and be like, have to do a spot and be like, at the view. and they'd be like bringing me up, and they'd be like, this next comic, and I'd be like, no way.
Yeah.
Whatever happens is not going to be good. And they'd be like, Jordan. I'd be like, that's insane that's my first name.
Who gave me Michael Jordan's last name as a first name?
My first name starts with J. That is ridiculous.
I'm in African country.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Dan Soder, and I'm afraid of dying a lot. I'm always worried that something is wrong. And some people call it hypochondria, and I say to those people, you are filled with judgment. I am a worrier. It's different. But thank God for Zocdoc, a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. What that does is if there is something wrong with you, bam, there's this way to solve it. Go right to your phone, pull up an app. We're talking about booking appointments in network and more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty. From mental health to dental health, they got you covered. And once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time slot that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments. Go to Zocdoc.com/Soder to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Soder. Zocdoc.com/Soder. This is an ad by BetterHelp. I'm a big fan of therapy. Been all about that life. If you're not about that life, get into the life. Get into the lifestyle. Let's take that word from swingers and give it to therapy. Hey, are you into the lifestyle of fixing your brain? I'd love just to talk while you listen. Go to BetterHelp.com. You can find a therapist. That's the hardest part, is finding a therapist, is one that works for you. And the best part about BetterHelp is if you find one, you book it, and then boom, now you've got a therapist. I threw the script away like I was going to nail it. And then there's a point where I was talking where I went like, well, I think I knew this commercial way that I knew the call to action. Sorry, I'm going to go off book for this one. I've been in therapy. You know what? I'll probably talk about this in therapy. I got too confident and tossed my phone like a real, but as I was saying, go to therapy. We should all go to it. And as the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide better access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Plus, you can talk it out with BetterHelp. What I meant to say is, plus our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Soder. That's better, HELP.com/Soder. My brain is going against itself right now in such a very specific way where it's going, that's not what you were supposed to say. But guess what? It is BetterHelp.com/Soder. Hey, mean part of my brain, suck it.
Yeah.
I did Getting Doug with High.
Okay.
Doug Benson show.
Yeah.
And
that's a great name.
It's great. And we were getting like hot. We were just smoking bowls. He brings out a blunt. You smoke a joint. And then he had a dab rig. And he's like, do you guys want to do dabs? No. And for some reason, right at that moment, I remembered, I was like, I have a spot at the Hollywood Improv, in an hour. And I was like, I can't do a dab. And then
that's God.
Doug got you a car to and from wherever you were going, and I was going to the Hollywood Improv, and I remember being so high in that Uber that I was like, oh no, I'm wearing a shirt that shows my nipples. I had a black shirt that for some reason, and then that became...
It didn't show your nipples. You just were able to see them for a moment.
It did.
Really? You really did?
Yeah.
Brutal.
I tossed that shirt out pretty shortly after that show, because the Improv put up pictures, and I was like, damn, look at my puffy ass nips.
Oh no, that's the worst. And high you realized it, and you're like, I can see the bumps. I can see the areola bumps.
And that's all I was thinking about. I was like, oh my God, my stupid puffy fucking nipples. And I was just high.
Did you acknowledge it?
No, because I was so high, I was just trying to talk regular. Because you can't even people think when you get high, you're like, I'm just going to say it like it is. But you just go like, get me through this, get me through this, get me through this, get me through this.
Dude, and you're dissociating. Your voice is like 3 feet away from your body.
I
was on mushrooms once, and I said the same joke where I said... It was something about when I'm depressed, I eat a bottle of mustard, blah, blah, blah. But I kept going, when I'm depressed, I eat mushrooms. And this whole room of people were like, what? And I was like, not mushrooms. And then I like said it again. I was like, when I'm depressed, I eat mushrooms. And then finally I admitted it. Like I was like, I'm on mushrooms. And then it was fine.
Yeah.
But before that, everything was scaring me. I was having a full panic attack. There was a heckler that was yelling demon time.
No.
Yeah. And I was like, what?
How much did you do before you went on stage?
It was like cap and stem.
Okay. So I did that with Ari.
Yeah.
At Just for Laughs. He was like, we're doing a his storytelling show. This is not happening. And he was like, we're all going to talk about mushroom stories and we're all going to do mushrooms. And I was like, awesome. Yeah. And it was at midnight. It was like after everything.
Yeah.
And I showed up to the Cleopatra and he gives me like 2 caps and 3 stems. Yeah. So like maybe over a gram, not a lot, but I ate it. And then he ate his, and then like as the show's about to start, he goes, "Everyone's bailing on doing mushrooms. It's just me and you." And I was like, "Oh no, God. Oh no!" And then he hosted and brought me up, and it was fine until it wasn't. A light went off on the stairs. That was like, you know those movie theater stairs, how they have lights under them. This one turned off, turned back on, and I was like, and then it just was like. I spiraled.
It's crazy how it just takes one thing like that.
Booze used to be like that. I was very good at monitoring my booze on stage. Yeah. I used to know like a shot and a drink, I'm loose. 2 drinks and a shot, I'm a little feisty.
And you was over.
Oh, what's that? Oh yeah, absolutely. I knew how to dose myself for stand up.
Yeah.
And then one time at the Cellar, I used to go sneak drink at Triona's around the corner.
Yeah.
And
you might have a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, no, I quit alcohol.
Okay, good.
It's like 12 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I had a real problem.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I used to go sneak drink. Esty would give me like 4 Friday spots, and I would go around the corner and drink. And then I'd come back and just be in a completely different mood every time.
So fun.
So fun.
That must have been so fun. Don't you hate it when you look back and you're like, I was a fun person.
Multiple people have told me.
Yeah. Multiple people.
Oh, no. I've spent 12 years people going, I don't know, man. I don't think you should quit. You were too fun.
I used to be loving. I used to like accept physical contact and tell people that how I appreciated them. Now I'm
hugs?
Like, yeah, the hugs. I used to be okay with hugs.
You know how many forehead to forehead conversations I
Oh
had
my
with people?
God. That's why I miss Coke. My friends the other night were all on Coke and they're like, Jordan. And I was like, I don't have it in me anymore, dude. I don't have the super bond. I can't get it.
Super bond.
Yeah.
I'm going to love you
And you're
forever.
like, I know that I've only met you once, but we have a spiritual connection and I really think that you're going places.
Yeah, drunk, I would just be like grabbing the back of a friend's head against my head and I'm like, keep fighting.
Yeah,
keep fighting.
Yeah.
We're just outside of Rudy's on 41st and I'm like, you got to keep fucking fighting, smoking cigarettes. But there was one time where Esty gave me a very late spot.
Yeah.
And I was very drunk. And I knew I was in trouble because I was cocky about it. Like they were like, the bartender at Triona's is like, aren't you on at like 1:15 or whatever? And it was like 1 and I was like, I'll finish my drink. I'll go fucking do a spot and I'll come right back for another fucking drink.
Yeah.
And like lighting up a cigarette, like later pussies. And I went over there and when I tell you I bombed, I forgot how to talk. I was so drunk that I was going like you were doing mustard with mushrooms, but I was going like, you guys ever, and the accurate feeling that I've said every time I've brought this story up is it felt like I swam too far away from the beach. That was the feeling I had on stage. Literally that panic hit me and I was drunk and I felt that panic and I was like, oh no. And I got off stage. I took a cab home and I started thinking about quitting drinking.
Yeah.
That was
It's always like that. It's never like actually a one thing. You're like,
No.
and I considered it for 6 to 8 months afterwards.
Another year.
Yeah.
I was like still getting drunk.
Yeah.
But I remember because when I went back to Triona's the next time, the guy was like, where were you? You were going to go do your show and come back. And you're like, brother, I bombed. And then
were you bombing because were you saying any jokes? Were you getting them out?
I was too drunk. I just
Have you ever gone
when
full panic mode where you go into automaton?
Oh, yeah.
Where you're like just saying your jokes, saying that, where you go like that's the panic attack?
I would say most of my
career.
I would say up until like maybe 3 years ago, I was like finally getting loose and just being like, what am I saying?
Yeah.
There'd be moments where if a audience wasn't if it wasn't going exactly the way I wanted to, I'd be like, these are my jokes, and this is, and then it goes like this, and then it goes like this.
That's how it was on New Jokes. You walk by me and you're like, they're super hot in there. Went up. They hated me immediately.
But my last, I felt bad. I shouldn't have been like, it's perfect. My last joke bombed the worst I've ever bombed at New Jokes.
Yeah.
But my first 2 jokes hit the hardest that I've ever hit.
Yeah.
So it was feast or famine last night.
I just said a 55-year-old was a boomer by accident, and everybody turned on me for that.
You know what, though? Fuck that.
I know.
Because, what year were you born?
91.
So you're still a millennial.
Yeah.
When do millennials end? 97?
No idea.
I'm 83, and I'm a millennial. But all these motherfuckers, boomers specifically, go like, yeah, these millennials just want to post on Instagram and eat their avocado toast. And you go, I'm 42.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? Also, you raised us.
Are you millennial or Gen? What's Gen X?
Gen X is 80, stops at 80 or 81.
Oh.
Yeah, 81 through 96.
Oh.
Those are millennials. But they think I'm Gen Z.
Yeah.
Like they talk about millennials.
Yeah.
Boomers talk about millennials like they're Gen Z.
But this guy wasn't a boomer.
But millennials, we talk about Gen X like they're boomers. Because he's Gen X.
Yes.
And also, it's hard to argue that Gen X, they're the reason that we're in all this shit right now.
It's not boomers?
No. It is boomers. Boomers are the ones pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
But Gen X never wrestled the gun away from them.
Who is Gen X?
Gen X is, I think, 67 to 81.
But like, what's the vibe?
Alternative, MTV.
Oh, gotcha.
Fucking, they were like in their 20s in the 90s. They were like, they got to live the fucking life, dude.
Were they Coke?
They were Coke. They were Ecstasy.
Okay, Ecstasy. Yes,
They
yes.
were MTV News.
Yeah.
They were like, they ruled. Gen X had the fucking best.
Girls Gone Wild.
Yes, Gen X.
Yes.
Gen X, that whole idea of like, any way to get a girl to show her boobs is cool.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Millennials are the ones that had to pay that receipt.
Yeah.
They go like, hey, that's actually called rape. And you're like, no, it's not, though.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Our older brothers did it.
Gen X gave us grinding.
Yes.
Gen X passed
gave
us
the
grinding.
golden age of rap. The fucking grunge, the best rock. 65 to 80. Who's close? Come
That's
see
good.
me. Act like I don't know my generations.
It's really good.
But
and then boomers are dying.
Boomers are, my mom's 76. She's a boomer.
Okay.
They're like 70s, 80s. They were born after, they're the children of the World War II veterans.
Oh, yes.
So that's why they're baby boomers, because everyone came back from war and wanted to put it in them.
And
they're fucking, our peepaws and meemaws were just going like, fucking blast in me.
Yeah.
And he's like, I beat Nazis.
I
and
fucked
like,
so many Korean ladies.
He goes, oh my God, I was in Japan.
Yeah.
No, Vietnam is also boomers. Vietnam is boomers.
What?
Vietnam, that's their war. Greatest generation got World War II. Boomers got Nam. But
a lot of them didn't
Gen X got the Gulf War, and we got Iraq. Yeah. That's
Gen X got the Gulf War?
Yeah, 91. It was over in like fucking 86 days.
Did they go?
No, there was that Bill Hicks joke was like, there was 71 casualties in the Gulf War. And he goes, does that mean if we would have sent 72 people, we could have a ticker tape parade for one guy?
Yeah.
And he's going like, thanks, I did it. I always thought that was so funny.
That's
like
really
an old
good.
Hicks joke.
That's a good joke.
46 to 64. That's what it is. Those are boomers. So anybody that was born 48 to 64. And here's the thing. The only problem with boomers is they got to do everything and then they took it away from us after they did it.
But they did it on accident. I feel like they took it away by accident.
Nah, that I'd give you that.
Yeah.
They might have taken it away by accident because they got old. The way that you were talking about when you get richer, you get meaner.
Yeah.
I think when you get older, you get like less, you're like, no.
Bored. Yeah.
Yeah, so like they were hippies and
Yeah.
they were like, free love, man.
Yeah.
We should smoke weed. And then they got older and they're like, women should choose what they want to do with their bodies. And they got older, they're like, I decide. And then they got older and now they're old and now they're like falling apart. So we got to look at
But
Nancy.
I think that's every generation is going to be
Yes.
like that. I think we're all going to get old and be like, I want a gun.
Yes.
I want a gun and I want to shoot a black man.
And that's why Gen X needed to step in and go, oh, please, I'm
okay,
taking back the power and you can't be the president. And but they didn't. They went like, okay, mom and dad. And that's why Pelosi and
they
fucking
really wanted
Chuck
to impress
Schumer,
mom and dad.
But they're like, go ahead, mom, keep working. And you're
Yeah.
like, take the power. Because now Gen X, how awesome would it be to have a fucking 58, 60-year-old president? You're like,
Even that seems
crazy.
We could go with 45.
I would go fucking, dude, a 45-year-old?
Could you imagine?
Too much pussy. He'd be getting too much pussy.
Oh my god! No, we could make him fat. He could be fat.
He'd still be getting pussy.
him
He'd be getting that
fat.
mafia boss pussy.
Oh,
Where
the
they're
Tony
like,
Soprano.
Oh, papi.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, oh.
Yeah.
That Biggie pussy. Where he's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm the man.
What if he's a woman?
She gonna get a lot of pussy. All that dick.
Yeah.
All those fucking.
I don't know. We don't like dick. We only
Yeah.
take dick to pretend that we like dick.
So you don't get
guys
killed.
like us. Yeah.
It really is just to make more people and to not get killed.
There's like one moment once a year where we're like, I'd like a dick.
Yeah, I think dick to women seems to be more like crawfish than anything, where it's just a lot of work and very little enjoyment. Whereas men, eating pussy is just like a soup bucket. Pussy for us is like, it's just liquid.
I'll
it's
eat
water.
just the potato in the bucket. I don't mind.
It's water. We're
You
just like,
can-
give
we'll
me
eat the
slop.
shells.
I
Yeah.
want slop. Men are,
Yeah.
we're just pigs. We're just like, we'll roll around in it. We'll eat it. Women are like picking it apart and they go like,
I know.
That was pretty
I miss
good.
my friends. Now that summer's hit, I lost
Yeah.
all my friends. We're together, but when we're outside, they're just like,
yeah.
and I'm like, come back to
Hey,
me,
hey,
dude. Yeah, it's
over
crazy.
here, over here. Yeah,
And these kids are young, dude. These
Yeah.
kids, these girls that with the tits out are babies.
Well, that's my check down now. Talking about getting older.
Yeah.
Now I have to go because I used to just see big titties. I'm like, look at those big titties.
Yeah.
And now I have to pump fake. I have to go. Nope, that's like
Yeah.
a 18-year-old girl. She looks like a child.
Yeah.
Because you just see her body and you go, look, oh my god, look at her baby face, and she's
Yeah.
like, I'm a vegetable.
I hate
I
that.
don't want to go to the basement. But she's got giant jiggly tits and a sundress, and you're like, what the fuck? I gotta check down.
Why are their tits getting so much bigger? My tits were never that big. They have
And they
jugs,
go-
dude.
Sean Patton used to have the best joke of all time
What
about
is it?
steroids in the food. His whole bit was he doesn't wear earbuds on the subway because you hear the best shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is an old joke. He used to do it on Whiplash. I don't know if he has it recorded anywhere, but he's like, if I was wearing earbuds, I would have never heard the following sentence. Yeah, all this KFC got these young bitches thick, catching me getting stat cases, or like something about statutory rape. And you're
Yeah.
like, so funny
That's
to talk
so
about.
good.
The food is making all these young girls
I think it
thick.
is.
It is.
So many hormones in the eggs and chicken and fish.
RFK Jr. is going to cut that down.
Good.
He's gonna
Bring
be
them
like,
back
"No
to having
more."
little clam
He's
tits.
going to be like, no more hot little girls.
I like that.
And I'm going to be like this. Take your shirt off.
Yeah.
Good physique. Good physique, Bobby. Bobby JK.
I want young girls to look like RFK.
Yeah.
Just have little flapper tits,
Just- yeah,
little
not like-
tabs that you tab over.
Yeah.
You can hold a piece of paper under
You
them,
go,
huh?
yeah. You go, put that up, and that way I won't forget it. Instead of these women walking around, you go, why do you have the body of a burlesque dancer at 14? Just with like plastic. It's fucking wild. But you
Does
do.
anybody have a free hand? Okay, yep,
Yeah.
got this.
You
Okay.
go, there you go. I know where I can. You pull a little fucking pen out your ear. You go. Don't forget about that. Thank you for letting me put that in your tits. But it is another thing that made me feel old. Was for the first time ever I checked a crush. I was like, Katie and I were talking about something, and she goes, "What do you think about?" It was Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
And I out of my mouth, for real. This made me feel the oldest I've ever felt. I go, huh. If I were in my 20s, I would have a huge crush on her. And it made me be like, if I were a younger man. Because it just does feel
Whoa.
weird. She looks like a little girl. You like, look at
Wow.
her. That's why I'm like, dudes that
How
date.
old is she?
She's like 22.
Yeah, dude. The other day I started obsessively looking at this super hot guy on Instagram. He's like, and then he was like, I have to go to do finals. And
Yeah.
I was like, ugh.
But
crazy.
I kind of.
The issue
But-
is younger men are funnier. That's the problem. Not with you, but young
I'll crack
men.
the fucking head open. You saw me get mad. I was like, what did you say? No, what do you mean they're funnier? What do you mean
They're funnier.
funny?
They have, okay, you know how comics have a bizarre cartoon brain?
Yeah.
the Gen Zers think in cartoons.
Yeah.
They think like that. Whereas ours is like, crack open another beer because my bitch is on the way up. You know,
yeah, that's also getting older, because there was a comic at the Cellar that I was watching that were at the Fat Black, and his whole material was like, my wife's a dumb bitch. I'm not down with that shit, because you're like, that's old. That's like an older
Have you hung
generation.
out with non-comics that are your age?
Yeah, all my friends.
They're comics.
I have friends that are non-comics.
And they're funny?
They're amusing.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're amusing.
Yeah.
But like hanging out with but also comics are like, you can't depend on them. They're
No, not
selfish. They're like all these things that we know we are.
But the young kids will say things that are like the other day, it was a young kid opening for me, and this woman was driving by this nasty fan. You know what I mean? When you just get a nasty one. Yeah. And she goes, Jordan, I love you. And in her truck, and was like, you want to ride? And we were like, no. And she like honked her giant like Ford F-150. And there was a wall. And this young comic was like, what if she, and then she drives straight into that wall. And I never would have.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Like he just imagined, and I could see it, and it was so funny.
Do you think that's what cartoons did? They just made these kids go,
yeah,
I want to run off that cliff and then look down.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do that. I mean, I feel like
we do that. We do that as comics.
Yeah, you go like, it'd be funny if that happened.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing.
It's the best
Her and
thing.
I do that all the time watching TV. We're like, well, then what if he shits his pants right here?
Yeah.
Just
or you ever
change
just
your
do one of these when there's a butt on the screen at any point?
Fucking Myrtle will, whenever there's another dog, will just be like, does Coyote freak out when other dogs are on the TV?
Yeah.
Like charge at the TV?
Did your dog watch a Tell special with the seals? Show Myrtle that.
She'll go nuts.
Yeah.
I can't put it on.
Yeah.
Dude, there's cartoon. I'm playing Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
And there's cartoon dogs, and I have to put my headset on.
Yeah.
Because they bark, and she goes fucking ape shit. There's a scene where you're Abby, if you played Last of Us 2, and you like go through and you just have to feed a dog on the compound.
Man, somebody just gave Gillis's face to Abby on.
I saw that.
That was good.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
That was fucking. Sometimes Photoshop just
sometimes it's good.
It. Sometimes deepfakes.
They're so good.
They're so good.
I love that Trump is using ChatGPT the way we do.
He is. Just to like go like.
Just to be like, make me the fucking Pope.
Yeah.
Make me.
Oh yeah.
You know?
What if I was the Pope and they go, here he goes. He goes, post it.
Yeah.
Shit's sick.
He's not using it to do any sort of like analytics or anything. He's using gallons and gallons of water to be like, make me like a hot royalty.
He goes, oh, that'd be sick. Wait, but give me a sword?
Yeah.
You just put Albuquerque into a drought. And he goes, I don't care. I am a little upset that we're not going to be able to see Trump campaign with AI. Just make it like little Marco or whatever, make him like a little baby. You know, they do the videos of babies from movie characters as babies.
I love that.
I did.
Yeah, you're over it?
Until I saw too many, and then I just went like...
The Sopranos one I'll always love.
It's great.
But now people are overdoing it. Have you seen yourself as a baby yet?
I don't like that. Bobby Kelly put out a bit of him as a baby.
And it looked just like him?
No, he did the AI thing.
Yeah, but
I'll show it to you.
He looks like a
baby. And it was like...
AI. It's not the right... It doesn't look enough like him.
It just looks like a baby's covering
You've seen Theo,
him.
right?
Yeah, the Theo one's crazy.
Yeah, because
there's a couple good ones. Yeah, they got to look like you.
Yeah, that just looks like a baby.
Yeah.
He just went into AI and was like, everybody's doing this. Make a baby say this joke.
But it's also funny if you think it's really a baby talking about being married and pushing his wife over at the street market, and you go, how mature is this baby?
Bobby should be the biggest comedian.
Bobby?
Yeah.
He kills harder than anybody.
He kills harder than anybody.
In the room, I've never seen anyone kill
Me
as
neither.
hard.
It's crazy.
Shane, maybe.
Yeah.
I've maybe seen Shane kill harder than Bobby, but Bobby is like, I used to open for him, and like one of the first weekends I worked with him, I just remember him getting off stage, and I go, you fucking killed.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm a hammer. That's all in his Boston accent. He goes, I'm a hammer.
My favorite is when I opened for him in Louis, and he wasn't eating gluten.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's like a 12-year-old thing he's been doing.
Oh, he's still not eating gluten?
Well, he always was like, no gluten.
But we ordered all these dumplings, and he realized there was gluten in them. So I was pulling the sheaths off the soup dumplings and feeding him the hamburger balls.
That's very
And at
funny.
first he was like, don't fucking, what do you think I am? I'm not fucking disgusting. And then like after watching me and Louis eat like 3, he was like, give me the hamburger balls. Give me the hamburger balls.
Fucking feed me.
Yeah.
Fucking feed me those. Yeah, that's, whenever I see people with complicated diets, you go just like.
I just stopped eating meat because of mushrooms.
Why?
It's just like anytime I microdose or I'm on mushrooms, I think meat is the craziest concept.
That's funny you said that. When we get too high, if Katie smokes a joint with me and we order like, one time we ordered barbecue.
Yeah.
She was like, I was like, just running through it. She was like,
it's so weird.
It fucks me. She was eating potato salad. She's like, yo, this fucks me up. It's just a slab of brisket. And I'm like, I'm putting barbecue sauce on it. I'm like, this shit fucking rules. And she's like, it's just, God,
you're drawing a little cow's face on it. Look at him. Look at his face.
Help me, Katie.
And I'm like, my God. But I also get it because
my dog looks like a rotisserie chicken.
Oh, that
her little leg looks just like a rotisserie leg.
That's funny because Myrtle, when her fucking fat ass comes in here after we do the podcast, I always take her leg and I go, look at this chicken leg.
Yeah, it is a chicken leg.
It looks like a fat chicken leg.
Because it ends like that. Yeah, it's got the big...
I've snapped it off a chicken before and fucking cooked it. So it's crazy to think I go,
I have intrusive thoughts all the time when I'm holding her leg. I'm like, don't.
If there is an apocalypse, are we going to eat our dogs?
Never.
Is that like...
I'll let my dog eat me.
Is that the biggest, like, we always used to make fun of China for that, and then it's going to happen to us, and you're like, guess who ate their dogs?
I'll eat anybody else's dog. I could not eat my
You would eat dog if you needed to.
My whole thing is I'd eat people. If you said, hey, I have a person.
You almost had me.
Yeah.
I think we went up the ramp.
Hear me out. Menu now. Here's a small lamb that only provided anything but smiles to young children. Here's a cow that was just grazing at a pasture when it was shot in the face.
Sure.
Or here's a man who raped your second cousin.
I don't want to eat that.
I'll eat it.
I don't want that evil inside of me.
You're having evil inside you by eating Sweetie Pie Cutie Pants.
No, it's Sweetie Pie Cutie Pants. I'm a Sweetie Pie Cutie Pants.
No.
Now I got a belly full of Sweetie Pie Cutie Pants.
But if you eat the Sweetie Pie Cutie Pants.
I'm a Sweetie Pie Cutie Pants. Not if I fucking eat them serial rapist. Get out of here. That's bad meat.
Rapist in your cereal? Cereal rapist.
That's fucking, that's evil
No,
meat.
you eat it to punish him.
No, hex to hell with you.
Okay, what about this?
These
people, baby died. Aborted fetus.
I could
many aborted.
In a shake. Make sure you put that bitch on puree because I ain't trying to get a little fucking eye.
Hit it with a couple beats.
I swear to God, I get a little fingernail. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna get a little fingernail because I know that's late term. I'm gonna get a little fucking fingernail in there. I'm gonna fucking.
That's
puke.
my theory. I think maggots we should farm.
I'm cool with that. I could get on board with bugs way before I could get on board with people.
Really?
Yeah, people. I'm like,
let me show you something.
Yeah.
Look at
that. Yeah.
Look at that.
Now, here's the thing. You go, you fillet it off.
Korean barbecue.
Oh my God.
Korean in a barbecue?
Toss it.
So good.
That forearm meat. Honestly, sometimes I go like.
Oh, when you grab the saddlebag?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, you got a good calf too.
I know.
Slim pickings on mine.
Oh, you got skinny calves?
Skinny calves.
You
dude.
and Ethan Simmons Patterson. You ever check out?
Skinny calves?
Oh, you guys should compare calves. It's his big insecurity. You love a skinny dude. The hottest girl I've ever met in my life. She's the hottest girl. Huge tits, perfect face. Everybody loved her. Everybody wanted to fuck her. And I was morbidly obese, mall goth, and she was my stepbrother's girlfriend. And I was like, "Is there anything you hate about your body?" And she goes, "Yeah. I have big ankles." And I remember being like, you fucking bitch. I hate my face. I hate my body. Yeah. And then I looked down and I was like, damn.
Dude, they connect up to your fucking quadriceps. Dude, when you see bad ankles on a hot girl, it is crazy.
This is my first time.
It is crazy. Like a really hot girl with fat ankles and you go like, what the fuck?
It's crazy.
Do you know that's what Ray, why can't I think of his name?
Romano? Aruba Ray?
Oh, what? Your ankles are fat. No, Ray Charles.
Yes.
Ray Charles was blind and used to feel women's wrists and ankles to know if they were fat or not before he could rub on them or whatever. He'd grab their wrists.
That's what I do. That's what I do to judge a man's cock.
Really?
All the time. I'll be like, good.
Wait, is it wrist?
I do. So see, I would have a huge cock. See that bone there?
Yeah.
If you got the bone, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're fine.
I've been trying to say this for a while.
I can draw your cock.
Big J always goes like, "Oh, Soder's got a huge piece." I go, "No, I'm fine."
No, height has nothing to do with it.
But I go,
I have Yankee standard, I bet.
Yeah.
Just good.
I'm a little over. I got
good.
I got like a C+. That's
great.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Fine. But Jay spent 8 years on the bonfire going like, Soder's got a massive dick. And you're like, I don't.
Ari has a huge dick.
He does. Everyone's seen it.
I have not seen it, but the other day he
pulls
was changing.
When he flops out, he's got like a floppy like.
Yeah, but look at his wrist bone. He's got one of these.
So
gnarly big boy. Yeah.
So if that pops,
it's big. It also depends on the voice.
Has it ever been proven wrong?
I've always been correct about a dick.
You've never been incorrect because that's a big miss.
There was a time where I was being self-deceptive. Like I was like, I know this is a really bad cock. And then he said that he had broken a huge amount of his bones and he had brittle bones. And I was like, fuck, I know it's going to be a skinny cock. And it was quite skinny.
Skinny?
The skinny, yeah.
Skinny has to be the worst.
You have to be careful about talking about this with men because sometimes men are like, I have a skinny cock. But skinny cock is, I was thinking about this, like it's so scary for you guys. Like if I unveil my vagina, it's such a part of my body. Like it's like going like this.
Yeah.
It's like, there's my pussy. And you're like, okay, there's an arm attached to it.
Sure.
But with you guys, it's like, here is my penis.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm presenting you my whole personality.
I'm presenting you my whole personality and I only have one.
Yeah.
And if you think one boob is bad, the other one might be okay.
But I'll tell you where the wiggle room is soft versus erect. You have two different
Nobody knows
speeds.
about what's soft. Nobody looks at soft.
God, when your lady sees your soft penis for the first time,
yeah,
it is an experience.
I'm like a penis tyrant. Like I can't.
So you will never see a small
No, I
penis.
will, but not a tyrant like that. No, I can't stop fucking with them.
Oh.
Like the balls, I think they're so funny, and I can't not see them as a guy.
Yeah.
As a separate little guy.
Oh,
so I remove it from you. I don't even think about you. Yeah.
They're the boss.
They're the boss.
This is the big underling.
Yes.
This is the boss.
Yes, totally.
You're not wrong.
And I don't think about your opinions when I'm pulling.
Now, you guys have a situation down there, and this is what takes men forever to figure out. You have a crevasse that we have to get in and look, and it's so hard for... This is why I feel bad for women.
Look. Why do you got to look in there?
Because you go face to face.
You ever go monkey? You ever go monkey zone with the vagina?
What's that?
This is how you know you're in love.
Yeah.
Is when you're in bed with a lady and you're
picking through?
Yeah, picking through.
Oh my God, yeah.
Monkey zone rips.
One of the best experiences of my life was when I was in my 20s and one of my exes was like, you can just fucking go around.
Look,
and I was like,
look around.
I was just like over there like, I felt like a true explorer.
An archaeologist.
I was going like,
you're like,
oh. Yeah. I go, there it is.
Yeah.
The clitoris.
It's so...
I've been looking for you, old friend.
The diamond in the rough.
But move it back. And there it is. And they go, beep, boop.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go, beep, boop. Your sister's a bitch. Beep, boop.
Yeah.
And she goes,
Yeah. Your sister's fatter than you.
But looks-wise, I feel bad for you guys because it is very rare that you get a great-looking one.
We don't look at it like you guys look at yours.
I mean, because all we do is look at it.
Yeah, we don't
From
look
the
at it.
time we are born.
Yeah.
We look at it, knock it around.
We
that
look at our
moment when you're
tits.
knocking it around and that's your tits.
Yeah.
The moment you're knocking it around as a guy and it catches a different vibe is the moment where you go like, you're just little and you're like, da, da, and then there's one day you go, play that again. it's like in a biopic about a musician where they sing the song that they're famous for, and they go, say that again. He goes, I said, all eyes are on me. And he goes, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. That's like what you do with your dick. You go like, look at this, I'm slapping it, and you go, oh, do that again. Do that again. And then you go, oh. All right, this is my whole life now. This is my whole fucking life.
We're like that in the bathtub. There's a moment in the bathtub where women are fucking around. Yeah.
Because you guys, I always found it fascinating. Girls, the first time you put a mirror down and look at your pussy. Because you can't really just go like in there and like.
No.
You got to like put something down like a fucking. Like you're shooting a guy around a corner.
We see each other's vaginas a lot.
You got to put gum on a knife and then put a little mirror and go like, hey, there you go. That's wild.
We lay it down and stand over it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Because not only do you have the pussy that you're looking into, but you also, here's what happens. You are standing over the mirror and first you see your vagina. Horrified, right? Like that's crazy. Your butthole's browner than you could have ever imagined.
The first time I ever saw my butthole,
I was
not prepared for it.
It's so dark, literally and
it's
figuratively.
like when you see yourself in security security camera for the first time where you go you're waving.
Or the security thing at like Home Depot that comes up.
Where you walk and you walk back and you go, that's my butthole. You go, oh, fuck. And then you're just waving at the camera. You're like, hey. So you put it down on the ground.
You put it down, and then the problem is you see your vagina and you're like, that's bad. And then you look 2 inches up and you see your fucking face going.
You're just being a nosy neighbor.
Yeah.
And what's going on?
And the under chin and just like,
the
you're
worst
like,
angle.
all sides of me are bad.
You go, whose pussy is this? Whose little sweet pussy is this? Yeah, dude. When you're a boy, you're literally in the bathtub. Every time you're in the bathtub, you're like pulling it, pushing it.
I know. We are too. I remember one girl would pull her labia. One girl's and she would pull it.
Yo, the fuck? The fuck is wrong with you? Ripping your labia, you fucking psycho.
Permanently made it longer.
Oh no.
Yeah,
oh no shit.
It hung down.
She'll droopy the dog pussy. Oh no. No one's gonna play with me.
When she shakes her hand, she fucking does it. If you find that cartoon, please put it on the bottom. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm convinced that guy's voice is based off of Capote.
Yeah, but Truman Capote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is.
This murder was in cold blood.
Going down.
Going down on my sad pussy.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why.
She tugged a lot. And I'd be like, stop tugging. And then
self-mutilation.
I know.
That's wild, but
we all mutilate. All girls do is mutilate.
I mean, but I feel like guys, we hurt our penises. We push it to like find out what hurts. And then the guys that like that end up becoming CEOs.
Oh, yeah.
They hurt their dicks and they go, I think I'm about to be successful.
What about Dan St. Germain, who likes a diaper? You know about that? He has a diaper fetish. I got really upset with him when he said this. I was like, we can't be friends anymore. We can't hang out.
He's my writing partner, and I don't know
I'm really sorry. Yeah, he said it on B&E. It was a diaper fetish, and I was like, just whatever you do.
If you said it on your podcast.
Yeah, we can talk. It's fair game. But he said he asked his wife to do it, and I was like, how dare you?
He's like, I need you to change me.
Isn't that...
His wife is like the sweetest little lady.
Hot, way hotter than him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
have you seen when he puts it together?
No.
You haven't seen Dreamy St. Germain?
Show me.
Dude, old school. I'm talking about like, I would have to go back in time. St. Germain with long hair.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm hearing that a lot of people used to be really hot.
His woodsman look, you're like...
Oh, dude, you love that.
Oh, dude, young Dan St. Germain is like, good night.
I just don't think fetishes are real. I think it's a thought that you have too many times and you have to
What do you mean?
Well, it's like me on an airplane. Every time I'm next to the emergency exit, I'm like, I want to pull this. I want to pull this. And I'm like, that's like what a fetish is.
Yeah.
You just have an intrusive thought too many times that you can't quell.
Yeah, you go, I really want to do this.
Sometimes you get slapped with a fetish and you're like, oh shit, this is actually the best. I didn't even realize. I did full rape the other day.
What?
Full rape. Did full rape.
See, look at you.
Where I was raping. Oh, yeah. I get it. Yeah.
But how, can I ask a question, female?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for not glazing over it with me just going, I did.
How do you, it was the whole point that you like held him down and got his wiener hard and then put it in?
Yeah.
It's kind of sick.
He was like, I don't want to have sex. And I was like, we're having sex.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I've had that before.
Because he hates me. The guy I'm seeing hates me. He wishes I was, he just doesn't, which I love.
Oh.
He just is like, get off, you're stupid and ugly and dumb. And I'm like, we're going to have sex though. And he's like, no. And then while I was getting him hard, I was just hitting him in the
And he remained hard.
Got harder each hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you right now, if I go soft and you're doing that, you better put your dukes up because we're about to fight. If you're hitting me and I'm going soft, I'm like, hey, you're about to get power bombed through a coffee table.
No way.
Like, I'm just telling you right now.
And it was a good hit, you know.
Yeah,
because I can hit. I was not,
You're a carpenter.
Yeah.
You could throw a fucking, you could throw a five.
It was, you're getting, and I could feel the blood each time I did it.
Oh, where we start the tick?
Yeah.
The boner tick?
Yeah.
Your boner goes like.
So annoying when you guys somehow, I feel like the amount of times the boner tick has hit my fucking eye. Just so many times.
That means the blood's pumping.
When it hits, you guys tap it because you know you can make it move like that and my face is in the way.
Oh, that's funny. Bam. Dude, one time.
I never want to see the helicopter dick again.
Yeah, that's kind of hack if you ask me.
It's really hack.
There was, but if a guy can do it, holy jeez.
I dated a guy who could do it so well and it became it got me like a hot rage every time he did it.
Where he'd go like,
No, where I'd be like, I will fist fight you if I have to see that one more time.
Punch it.
It's so offensive.
It's like a speed bag.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, one time, this girl I was dating, this was like Hurricane Irene or something, like 2011.
Irene was a good one.
It was great.
Yeah.
Me and this girl got blackout drunk on a bottle of Jameson. It was fucking sick. And then we had, it was just like a hurricane, so we fucked or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
I sleep in my underwear. I don't sleep naked.
It's disgusting to sleep naked.
Yeah, I just don't want to do it because I have a soft wing. Maybe I could sleep naked with her because we're married. We're engaged. We're gonna get married. She's the love of my life.
Doesn't feel good though, right? The things touch.
At first it does. If you're gonna go from sleeping to sleep naked into sex, it works great.
Okay, gotcha.
If you're just going sleeping naked, I don't like it.
Yeah.
There could be an intruder. There could be a lot of reasons I have to be naked. I understand. My father used to sleep naked all
Mine
the time.
too.
It was very weird.
My dad was naked all the time, and then he would change. When he'd have to change his pants, he'd turn around.
Yes.
And I'd be like, I can see your balls and cock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, same.
That's
it was
exactly.
so awful.
When I would visit my dad, we would sleep on a pull-out couch in my grandma's guest room.
Yeah.
This is in San Francisco.
Oh, we had the same dad, though. We had white trash dads. Yeah.
And my dad would sleep. It was a couch pull-out bed, so it's not like he didn't fuck me, but we talked about this on your podcast. It is a little weird. I would sleep full pajamaed up, Dick Tracy pajamas.
Yeah.
Tops and bottoms. My dad would be nude.
Yeah.
And he would sleep on the other side of the bed. We wouldn't touch. It was just fucking two guys having a sleep. But then he would get up in the morning to go work at the liquor store, and he would put his fucking his OP corduroy shorts on.
No underwear.
No undies.
No underwear. My dad never wore underwear.
Corduroys, which is nasty work.
Brutal.
That fart is just staying in that fabric.
Sweat.
The ball sweat. Gary, what are you doing?
That's brutal.
So he put his light blue, like ocean blue, OP corduroy shorts on, buck naked, and you just watch his balls and nuts just flop in there.
Yeah.
That's why I always thought I had a really small
Daisy
dick
Dukes.
because I used to, when I would stay with my dad had a good piece. And
They didn't have a good piece. We just thought that.
That's exactly it.
Although my mom just said my dad had a good piece.
My mom said my dad had a good piece too.
But I
then
hallucinated.
My mom one time when I was like a teenager admitted to me and my friend Byron, and Trish, I know you're watching this, and I can call Byron and he'll back me up on this. She admitted my stepdad had a giant cock. And he was gone. He had already moved out. But she was like saying something about like her current boyfriend, and me and Byron are like, does he have a little wiener? We're just being like 13-year-old boys. And she goes, no, but Nick, holy shit. And we're like, damn, he had a big ass dick.
Yeah, you got to think.
You could tell.
An underslept mom. My mom describes every fucking body part on it. I just found out my mom cheated on my other mom with two men. I just found that out yesterday.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
She like cheated on your other mom.
The mom she was with.
Yeah.
With two men. We were all together, and Michelle, one of my moms, was like, what about the two men that you had sex with? And I was like, what? Me and my sister were like, and we were on a podcast, and mom was like, shut the fuck up, Michelle. Yeah, and it was like, she was like, that was conference sex. And we were like, what is conference sex? Yeah.
She just cheated on you?
Yeah, she cheats on anybody. She cheats on anybody, justifies it. It was crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, she's like a cult leader.
It's crazy how people who cheat like that can justify it the way supervillains are like, no, I'm taking over the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay.
Yeah, totally.
Now, I know you're upset about
Go full
this.
Putin, be like, I want it. I want it. Go Joker, I want it.
These fucking pussy ass Batmans trying to stop me.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
That's what my mom does. She's like, well, I mean, my two moms that are together now, Michelle was like, we're together because you basically set us up on a date because you didn't want to come. And you were like, you could go fuck my wife. As like kind of a bit, but kind of also like, get her out of here for a night.
Holy shit.
I know. I was like, I didn't know any of this.
Does your ex-stepmom talk to your mom at all? Or you anymore?
We're all super
Everybody's
close.
cool.
This was all together. Yeah, they're all best friends. Because Michelle and Donna are in love. Like they left my mom and found each other.
Okay.
So they're like, we're good. And my mom just has two giant pit bulls and is like, I'm not going to date again because I just cheat on everybody. I'm just going to be John Wick.
How crazy is it when moms retire?
She's not retired. She has a nail bag on every day and is working every day. I must.
No, but I mean
money.
like from dating.
It's brutal because then I become the boyfriend or the girlfriend.
I can kind of see that. My mom and I have a healthy relationship right now.
We
put down
how often
boundaries.
Does she call?
We talk once a week.
That's good.
Once a week for like 30 minutes.
But she's not dating?
No.
But you want her to?
No.
You're fine with it?
If she wants to. I would completely support it.
It bums me out.
I would completely support it. been through it.
Yeah, you've been through it?
I've been through it.
But you have to get over it where you go, okay.
I want my mom to be happy.
Yeah.
Whatever makes her happy. If dating would make her happy, then I think she should date.
My mom seems
dating
happy.
didn't make her happy, there's been a bunch of stinker ex-boyfriends.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good.
And
I kind of like how it moves right now.
Yeah.
Katie and I love her, and we give her attention, But if she wanted to date, if we went back to Colorado and she had a boyfriend, I'd love to meet her.
I can't imagine having a straight mom though. That is, my mom was just bringing women in.
How was that though?
It's just
and
nice.
It's
they
you
would
and
just
your sister,
cook.
right?
Yeah.
You don't have a brother?
I have stepbrothers from Michelle's kids.
Okay.
But which I had
having
sex
a
with
lesbian mom would be tough.
It was tough because I would bring boys over and they would get a hard on because my moms were making out. You know what I mean?
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
You go, whoa,
but it's
whoa,
great. The woman comes in.
gold mine.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I go over there and it's just a fucking sorority girls.
Because lesbians
naughty.
always have hands on butts. It's always hands on butts with lesbians. Hands
Really?
in the back pocket, always, constantly.
Shout out! Did you think growing up with a lesbian mom that you were going to be a lesbian? Like,
No.
do you grow up like the way that like a gay kid will grow up with straight parents, right? And then they like have to deal with the fact that they're not going to be straight, and they have to like come out to their parents. Did you have to tell your mom you like dick? Did you have to be like,
I've
Mom,
been boy
sit down.
crazy since I was like 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she knew.
She knew. And me and my sister was a huge whore.
So, shout out.
Huge. And I was not
How
a
much
whore.
older is she?
6 years older.
Damn. So
Yeah.
you saw like, you were like
She taught
11.
me
She was
everything.
17.
Yeah.
She was like ripping it.
Yeah, she was ripped. And she was hot. And she was like, and she was athletic and I was masculine, but we both were like, there's one thing we get along with, which is we suck cock. We love it. Because our dad was neglectful, and we had a million women around.
Your dad was like, how do I make the perfect soldier?
Yes.
Leave them.
Yes.
Give them lesbian moms. Do you talk to your dad a lot?
He's dead.
Shout out. When did he die?
Is Gary dead?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
When did you join Dead Dad Club?
I was 23, so 10 years ago.
So 2015
Yeah.
he died? Yeah, I'm DDC since 97.
Oh, he was young.
He was 48.
Yeah, my dad was 58.
Yeah. It's crazy. I didn't even think 48 was young.
I know when it happens.
I was 14.
Yeah.
But
was
then,
he a smoker?
It was drinking.
Oh.
Well, it was actually, if you want to get into it,
Yeah.
it was Hep C that turned into liver and kidney failure, into cirrhosis.
What's Hep C?
Hepatitis C. He got it from raw dog and some fucking trailer slut.
Wow.
I stayed at her house. I know who it was.
You do?
It hasn't been proven, but I know who it was.
Teeth?
I know
no
who
teeth?
it was.
Few teeth?
Oh, no, she was like run down.
Run down, but kind of hot in a weird, trashy way?
Like probably in like late 70s was a fucking fox.
There's nothing better
but
than
early
trashy
90s.
Yeah.
Rankles. And this is before work was getting done, so she was full Sharpay.
Yeah.
But just like you could tell, had a nice body. She had like 3 kids. Her oldest,
Full Sharpay.
her daughter was like hot. Her daughter was like, I was 14. Her daughter was like 21, and she was like hot. So you're
Yeah.
like, okay. And then my dad was just fucking pound.
I have a whole thing where in my special where I talk about how if you grow up white trash, you hear adults having sex.
Oh, I grew up in the burbs and I heard that.
Your parents in the burbs?
My mom and her boyfriend Joe.
Yeah, it's
And
not.
I told this story on Opie and Anthony, but it's true. I would be watching wrestling, like Monday Nitro, WCW, right?
Yeah.
12. And then my mom and Joe would get blackout drunk at dinner, as they did.
Yeah.
And then they would go upstairs and you would start to hear it.
Yeah.
You would like start to hear the movements where you knew it was coming. And then there was a couple times where I'd just go like, all right.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I would
yeah.
just say that out loud. And I'd go out back and smoke a cigarette when I was like 12.
Yeah.
That's why when Forrest Gump hit, I was like, this hits too close to home, dude. I don't like this, like, him walking.
Oh, yeah.
But I would hear my dad have sex, too, when I would stay with this lady.
It
and then
fucks
I'd
you
hear my
up.
dad do the walk to the bathroom, and he'd be like, hey, pal. And you're like,
Oh.
don't, dude, you got pussy juice all
One
over
time
your
I was
fucking...
in a cabin and I looked through a hole and I could see my dad having sex and he looked up at the hole and he couldn't see me, but he could see the hole, but it looked like he was making eye contact with me. And I remember being like a kid and being like, this is gonna is
dude,
gonna leave a
it's
mark.
Fucked up. I remember one time Byron, shout out Byron, we both heard them. When your friend hears your mom,
Yeah. Oh, all the time.
you go like this, you go, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're just like, he's like, ah,
Yeah.
and you're like, dude, I can't tell you how embarrassing that is because you just go like, I know, but they're fucking whatever, dude. Whatever. Your mom's not fucking.
Yeah, you're
trying to turn it on your head.
So many
Ugly
times
ass
my
mom's
friends
not
heard
fucking.
it. So many times I'd find my friends in the bathroom that was up against my mom's room, and they would be like laughing, and I'd open the door and be like, "Get off the door! They're not doing it."
No, but then we hit a point when I was older where my friends would fuck with my mom's boyfriends, and it was funny.
Oh
Like
yeah, I
they would come
love
over
that.
and there would be like 6 of us smoking cigarettes and be like, "Well, who's this dude?" So one guy walked up. This is my favorite.
How many boyfriends?
A lot.
Okay.
My mom has a list. She showed Katie, and Katie was like, my mom has like a hit list, like
That's
on a
awesome.
white piece of legal pad paper, and it's front and back.
That's awesome. Your mom's awesome.
My mom came up to us at Christmas because we made fun of this on the podcast. And my mom came up to us at Christmas. She goes, "I found my list," and I was like,
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ!"
God.
Katie screaming. Katie's like, "Yo, Trish."
Is she super hot?
My mom?
Yeah.
No, but my mom was pretty.
Yeah,
My mom was
yeah.
a pretty lady. But she, this guy she went on a date with, I used to drive a Dodge Stratus, 1996,
Yeah.
white Dodge Stratus.
Nice.
I drive a Dodge Stratus. It was parked in their driveway.
Yeah.
And this fucking fat, redheaded, giant dude. I'm 6'3". He had to be 6'6". And like big.
Fat.
Former Navy SEAL. Big guy.
Nice.
Big stocking guy. Comes up and he goes, "Whose pussy ass car is this?" And I was like,
Wow.
"Mine." And then my friends looked at me and were like, "Well, this guy's cooked."
Yeah.
And then he just went in, and my mom like went on a date with him. She's like, me and all my friends were like, "Fuck that dude. We don't like that dude."
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
used to terrorize my dad's girlfriends and
Really?
my mom's. Yeah. There was like, I had a puppy and I would feed the girl's shoes to her.
Oh, that's
because the
fun.
dog would destroy it. Yeah. And then there was one plan that I had for my stepmom where I was like, I'm going to super glue, because I had seen Matilda. I was like, I'm going to super glue her shoes and her feet are going to be forever stuck in the shoes. And I waited all day. I put the super glue and I filled it up. And then I waited and she came and put her foot in, immediately took it back out. And I like days later was like, oh, it dries. It dries.
Science.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a mom's boyfriend that you liked?
Yeah, Kermit. His name was Kermit. And I liked him because my mom didn't like him because he was like a simple man.
Sure.
But yeah, he had like cows and a
That's
farm
awesome.
and a pond.
Was there ever a girlfriend of your dad's that you liked?
No.
Not one.
Kate, yes, there was one. Yes, if they kept their distance, because I was my dad's girlfriend. He was my boyfriend, and they were second. And if they respected that, then I liked them. And if they had, like, one of them had a son and was like, here, instead of your dad being your boyfriend, you
My
can
son
terrorize
was
my autistic son,
crazy.
who is
And
way
then you
older.
you look at his wrist and you go, big dick on
Big
the boy,
dick.
though.
Big dick. So that was good. I liked that because I was like, 9 and he was probably
Yeah.
16 or
I
something.
hate it when they had other kids.
Oh
I go,
yeah.
I don't
But
want
one boy as a
Yeah.
girl, and you just go up to him while he's playing video games and just hit the X controller,
Yeah.
and he goes stop, and you go no.
Yeah, I'm your sister now.
You go no.
If my dad plays this right, we're brother and
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah. I loved that. I mean, I had sex with one of my stepbrothers.
Oh yeah. I've
Yeah.
heard that bit. That is wild.
There's my favorite thing in the world is, which is why I'm dating the person I'm dating, is I don't like you, and I go, I don't care.
Yeah.
And they go, get away. If I had a tail, like
It
a
would
dog
wag.
tail, every time a guy was like, I don't get out of my house, I would be like, stop, but my tail would be.
You go, that's like when Myrtle acts like she's mad at me. I go, what are you mad at me about? It's like, quack, 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 quack.
That's
You're
the
like, "You're
best.
not mad at
That's
me."
the
She's
best.
Like, I'm holding it in, but I'm so happy you're home.
Yeah.
When I come home from spots,
you
and I
left.
go, what? And she's like, we went on a walk and then you left. And
Yeah.
you're like, well, I had to go. And she's like,
Yeah.
it's great.
I
do love
always
that.
think about if I had a tail. Like when I get when I get like in fights or
Yeah.
something, where like I'm at the TSA and I'm like, why are you fucking talking to me like that? And they're like, how about this, lady? And I know my tail
Oh,
would be like,
it'd be so funny on stage if a joke doesn't hit, mine just wraps under.
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
They go, his tail's between his legs, and I go, so you guys didn't like that one, huh? Fuck, oh
You see
fuck,
it just emerge
just
through.
curling over my dick. I go, oh fuck, I don't know, I'm bombing. When is your special coming out?
September.
Listen to Being Ian with Jordan.
And R.I.P. Jordan Jensen.
R.I.P. Jordan Jensen. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Go download it. She's one of the best working comics. My favorite to watch.
My favorite is you to watch.
Stop it.
It's
I
true.
said it first, and
It's
now it
true.
just looks like you're copying me.
Everybody knows it.
Go follow her at Jordan Jensen. See, I did like a back end intro, but it worked.
It did work.
That's the podcast.
That's good.